Well, I'm back up here. I'm not down there in the. It looks like a desert valley where I camp down there, but there's areas just real close to that that's got trees and stuff and national forest. Um, Yes, I parked there for the signal, but yeah, I'm back up here, and you see the aspens are all golden yellow up there. The ones that still have leaves are all yellow leaves. Those ones down there turn kind of orange. But I had to come up here one more. I get 2 weeks, 2 weeks of being here. Anybody wants to come up? I got this big old. That's the fire pit in the middle, and so I got this big old. We have a big, wagon wheel, or we have a circle of wagons here, kind of, around the campfire. Um, so I'm back up here. I don't think anybody's. Yeah, there are some people watching. Nobody talking yet. Here goes that crazy dog. What are you after, Jack? I know he's gonna go get wet. I should take his collar off because he'll get his collar wet and then the thing won't work. Cost me another 20 something bucks for another one. um, yeah, I still have some spots that I got to look at that I didn't get to look at up here. I was gonna stay a couple extra days, and the guy that cleans bathrooms go by. You've been here 2 weeks now, haven't you? I was like, damn, cut me on that day. So um, I got plenty of time now to search, and the weather's better. The more in the fall you get, the less it rains. Because like August and early September, it rains a lot. In July, rains, and they get hail, and here he goes. I don't know. Ooh, that's a whatever animal pooped that out was yeah, eating a lot of. That's a meat eater pooped that out. um, but this is a cool spot here, anyhow. Pain in the butt moving the RV. And they got a new judge on the Supreme Court. He'll pass the FBI test. But they'll arrest that woman and her cohorts for pulling this fakery off. There's a guy that says he was the one that assaulted her. The guy come forward and he's the one that assaulted that woman. So, but we'll go down. If we go down there, we'll lose signal. But see, Jack's right down here on this rock formation here. And the waterfall's over there. He's down there coming on that rock. He thinks he's a mountain goat. There's a nice little campsite right here too, There's my RV there, and there's somebody's camped in here. I've had my RV in here and turned around and went back out because you don't want to accidentally go off over there. Is that bark or trash? It's trash. I'll pick it up. It's trash. It's cardboard. Pick it up. Put it in the fire pit. Burn it. This is a Fenn's totem here, and I'll probably go down and use that bathing hole here today, tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go down this way right here and walk up to it up the creek. Get a good bath in there. So I need a selfie stick for my phone to hold it out here further. So you pull it up here next to me. Bend the elbow. Just pain in the butt, holding the arm out straight. I think that was a funny looking rock, but it's a chunk of foil. Yeah. So yeah, I got some prime spots. I found something on his map that got my interest and triggered some unusual thinking that nobody else has brought up. So, and he's mentioned it. You know, you got I kind of take a 6 degrees of separation, a quantum approach to looking at it. You know, it's like the Bible code. You know, they can pull all kinds of secrets out of it by looking at it. Well, how nobody else wrote. You know, nobody else looked at it that way. And the thing is that the person that wrote it didn't know that they were putting codes in it, but they're codes put into things unintentionally all the time. You know, like they talk about, you know, they got some murder case or something, and the guy thinks he pulled off the perfect murder, but they find forensics and things he left behind that tell him that was him that did it. You know, so there are lots of things that there's an unintentional thing in Too Far to Walk, but there's a lot of unintentional things in there that can be brought to his attention, kind of. Boy, that dry cowboy looks like gray cement. I think Jack's down at the creek. It's ooh, there's some even the rocks in the ground. I could see there's some kind of shape. There's an eye in that thing. You know, there's a hole in that rock here, right here. There's 2 rocks in the middle. See, that's like an eye of something. I don't know. It could, you know, because there's stuff buried here that you can't see. That one skull rock was just in the ground like that, and I pulled it out, and it had a skull. It had a skull, faces, had all kinds of stuff on it. See, told you he'd be wet. Come here, Jack. Come here, Jack. Come here. Are you all wet? Are you all wet? You get in the creek? Yeah, now I'm gonna roll in the dirt. He just loves it here. And the other thing, you know, we got here is the stump garden. A little tree stump garden. Right here, see? And then that look like something from his book, you know? These stumps here. If I put the camera down lower, see, you can see the stumps. Yep. I'm upside down, aren't I? I'm not upside down. The camera's right side up. I'm upside down. You see my string? But you see there's stumps here? There's stumps everywhere. Dogs going down the highway down the other side of the hill over there, barking. Jack, don't be chasing those dogs. Yeah, it's a crazy dog. He's just enjoying the hell out of this up here. When I was down at the other camp, you know, I had my wind generator up, right? And and I hadn't added anything more than like 20-mile-an-hour wind. And then he lays in the dirt all wet. and this storm come by, and all of a sudden the wind was up to 45 miles an hour. And my wind, I didn't have enough support on my wind generator yet because I was short some parts, and it fell over and broke 2 props. So I got to get some new props. New props are $55. The new wind generator is $101. And so I figured I'll get another generator, and then if the motor goes out on one, I got a spare. So just get a whole new setup, and I have spare parts. But just it's, I don't know. I just found this. It's just a shard, I think, but it could have been part of an arrowhead. The primitive stuff, before they started flaking them all, what they use, they used a club. They had a stick with the tomahawk. It is basically a pick on one side and a club on the other side, and they would just go beat the animal over the head with the club and kill it, And then they developed arrowheads and stuff and started hunting them from a distance. And the first, they weren't arrowheads, they were points. That's why they call them points, because they were spear points. Because the arrows weren't invented until 1,500 years ago, they say. Except when you watch all these old movies like 300 and all that, well, those guys got arrows. That was BC. Come on. They're lying to us somewhere, Some historians got their head up their butt. They didn't think people in the past could have done anything. Well, they didn't start doing that till 600 AD. But they were doing it. They don't know what they were doing 10,000 years ago. That's a crazy dog. Yeah, I'm up here. Anybody want to come up and camp, let me know. I'll give them directions. What do we got? Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, Whoopi. Frizzle Fry. Bill and Jack. Yeah, Jack's out running around. He's just doing the dog thing. I'll let him do his dog thing. I don't find in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I got a very good target that's actually a point from a map that it was on a map. It was on his map. Well, there was a clue on his map, and you can find that clue on another map, and we can find that clue on another map. And yeah, I gotta check that. There's a marking on the map where it should be. I'm pretty sure I got a good idea of it. I don't want to hint at it even, because it's like because it takes several pieces and they all kind of come together at that point, this story and that story and that story. The stories triangulate. Like his Model A cow with a 50 caliber hole in the 300-foot meadow in the wood. I mean, there were 4 things that all pointed to that's the Model A cow. He's all wet. Come here, Jack. Come here, Jack. Come here, Jack. He's gone nuts. I'm going to take his beeper off so he doesn't. It's wet. I don't know if it's gonna work, but yeah, keep him from wrecking it. Yeah, see, it's all wet. I don't know if the plug hole plugged or if he went in the water and destroyed it. Come here, Jack. But I got to put him another collar on. Oh, I went in the RV. I might not. I got to be careful of that. The signal here is so bad. Got to put him as regular one. You're crazy, Jack. I'm gonna set this here. There. You that stinks, Jack? Yeah, I think so. You go swimming again. Hey, Luke. I was talking about that earlier. Pain in the chest. Yeah. Yep. Oh. This is one of my older shirts because the newer ones, the rabbit's wearing the bracelet. And the newer ones, the airplane is up on crossing where the ears are cut off, you know. But is that a rock? It's a rock here. Throwing over a rock? Yeah, there was an ant under that rock. And he always gets wet, and then he comes and rolls in the dirt. Must be how dogs protect themselves from fleas naturally, you know. Just a dirty dog. Digging in the dirt, rolling in it. You gotta see this. Are you a nut bar, Jack? Huh? He dug that hole there, and then he's spinning around in it, and just, you know, I'll go get wet, and then I'll go get all muddy. So maybe Jack's found the treasure because he's muddy. Forrest had said the person finding it, he could see the person coming out with it all covered in mud. Now, is the person going to be covered in mud? Or I thought maybe he put the treasure chest somewhere and he went and got some mud and packed the mud around the treasure chest. And so you're just looking for a little dirt mound, little mound of mud. And the longer it sits there, the more mud might wash off it too, you know? So, because mud is only mud when it's wet, according to Forrest Fenn. And the bottom of a hot spring is hot, steamy mud. And he talks about some lake when the ash and all that washed down into the someplace, and it was dried to the hot, steamy, muddy bottom. He talks about. Let's look for the word mud on Terry Scant, or muddy, or muddle. Muddle's in there. Mud, muddy. He talks, and the mud fish, how he covered the fish. He might have covered the chest the same way he covered that fish, in mud. That's why he said I didn't really bury it. He camouflaged it. Cover it with mud is going to camouflage. You can wash that mud off. Or he could have. He could have covered it. He could have had it in Tupperware and put it where he was, and then covered it in mud. So I got a whole. I got another one of my other prime spots. I got to check. I'm going to look for stuff like that. Got to keep an eye out for that little mud mound that might have a treasure hidden inside it. Yeah, you know, nobody's come up with that before. Nobody came up with before. Nobody. Oh, cave under a rock, under a tree, under a log. Nobody ever come up with hey, it could be covered in mud. He might have covered it in mud. And mud is wet. But, you know, so you got to look at all the piles. When you're out there looking, I wrote off the little mud pile thing. I just wrote that off. Gorman brought it up, so I'm not even going to consider it. There's some neat stuff here. I'll go stand in the shade. see any. There he goes. Running across Fenn's totem. Crazy dog. So, that dog, I mean, he got in something that stinks. I can still smell it from touching him. I hope he goes swimming again. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty here. Yeah. Anybody saying bring Togo outside? Yeah, I gotta put a hook outside so I can hang Togo up in the air to keep Jack from bothering him on the ground. Yeah, he likes it here more than up down over at the other area. And after I leave here, I might go back where I just was for a little bit, but I'll probably go over to my land for a little bit over there east of Alamosa and just park it for a couple months there. Maybe I'd take a road trip with the car. It's hard to do stuff like that because I got a parrot and a dog, you know. So, and I don't have money for hotels and stuff, so that's why I got my RV. That's where I live, in there. But I'm thinking about going to Arizona for winter. Is that what I think it is? Somebody dang. Ladies, don't leave your wrappers out here in the forest. Jesus. You know? The thing ain't dirty when you take it out of the package. Put the damn wrapper in your pocket and take it home with you. Yeah. You see, there's these little mounds of dirt like here. You know, it's like there could be a treasure. No, a small one, but that type of thing. You know, looking for a little mound of dirt, and the treasure could be inside the little tuft of dirt. There's a bunch of those here. Wonder if there's a 10 by 10. Yeah, that edge looked sharp, but the rest of the rock doesn't fit the arrowhead thing. See, there's all kinds of stuff but it's just too fat. I did find a rock where I was camped, the other one that looked like the tomahawk club. It was a stone with a point at one end and it was like a blade, axe blade on the other end, kind of looking stone. But I forgot I left it laying there. Didn't pick it up. You're not supposed to take rocks from there. Where's that crazy dog? He down at the creek? Oh, wow. There's somebody bending over on this rock. See, I can't show you. Let's reverse this. This rock here. You see here? See, here's the legs. 2 legs. There's their ass right there. And they're bending over, and here's their heads down here. But there's something going on, you know. There's our thing there. There's probably 2 faces, too. It is. It is. Look at that. He's smiling. He went and got wet. At least he washed the mud off. Where you going, Jack? Hey, come back here. And those are the Fenn's totem there. It's down there. This rock here, he said, was George Washington. but you know, from another angle, not this angle. The drone was out over the canyon here. There's a little canyon, and I gotta watch that. Maybe it'll wash out of that hill over there, because that's the hear me all and listen good. If you've been but that's found the blazes before that. So, oh, no snow yet. It looks amazing. It's 70 something degrees, man. It's beautiful. I'll turn there and show you this here too. Look at that. The aspens are yellow. There's some neat stuff up there. Those rock formations. And the bathing hole is down there. Include my friend. Always good hits. It's possible, a large area to search. Yeah, people think, oh yeah, you can go right to it. Oh well, yeah, if you recognize the symbols. See, the one symbol I want to check is, I gotta go check. That's one that you can go right to it because it's a symbol on a map that you can either have an X or a small area to check, you know. But because the physical representation, I couldn't find anything there. And so I got to look at the other spot. There's is that corn? Yeah, somebody's corn. Somebody left their corn cob here. Maybe I can make a pipe out of that, huh? Yeah. Hey. Isn't that corny? It's whatever. Some animal enjoyed it. We used to go to my grandmother's and we'd throw the scrap food. She'd throw the scrap food out and the raccoons would come take it. What's that? What's that off of? I don't know. Established 400 or USS tab 400. I think it may be a bottom of a battery or something. I don't know. Stump World. There's a real nice little camp spot right behind them trees there too. But I got this whole circle here. You can have a fall fembury. I'm tired and weak. What you doing, Jack? No, stay out of there. Stay out of there. No. Okay, the corn I threw. There it goes. I ain't gonna try and get it from him. It's organic. So, yeah, this canyon goes down here. I gotta get some more pictures of that stuff too. Here's a jetliner up there. But you see, if I could last here till Christmas, I just put my Christmas ornaments on this little beauty here. You know, it's a blue spruce. Oop. There we get some light on them. Hey, those spruce needles. Let's see. What else? Yeah, I'm still kind of a not one of their old Gorman is stuff invalid still, but there's that one circle of the of Fenn influence channel that that still gets their lovelies to push Bill Gorman aside. It's still there's still a I don't know going on. So um, uh, did you get the solar wind? Yeah, I had the wind going, and the wind gust was too much for my setup. So now I'm waiting for 2 new props to get it back up. I'm gonna have an extra motor too then, and I'm gonna work on making a vertical one out of the extra motor. Yeah, because since I got one, I could take that spare one and make a project out of it. What are you doing, Jack? And he comes back. He stays around when I call for him anymore. He's good at that. Jack wants to play. Oh, he's been playing. He's running around, jumping in the creek, and running down the canyon. Wow, this root here. I thought it was just a stick laying there, and I kicked it. It's a root that comes over the top of that, down back in the ground. Must be from that tree or one of them. It's hanging out here. Didn't really have much to. After I check my targets, I can tell you about. Well, maybe I can tell you some. It's still my prime area, and I found some stuff in the Red Rider book. The Red Rider tells Little Beaver. He gives him instructions of where to go. And some of those instructions, I've noticed there's spots there that fit those instructions. And, there could be a place where there's private property that backs up to National Forest. And if you went around to the back side of that private property, you're in National Forest. So it could be there. Because, Red Rider tells him, on the cliff wall behind the cabin. So, that's and that's a Red Rider book about this area. And he says he's gone alone in there. And the chapter is Little Beaver on his own. So that's gone alone. Little Beaver on his own. And there are beavers in the area too. So, and beaver is a brown animal, a home of brown. Even though there are multiple homes of brown, but there is you can. That's why he said the person's going to be all muddy because they're going to have to have gone through all of these illusions of this is it, this is it. Yes, Little Beaver. Red Rider. My copy has a blue cover. I got a red cover on mine. Mine's like 1941 copy or something. And the kid's name is in the book. Who owned it? So yeah, Little Beaver and Red Rider are a clue. You can. There are lots of ways to find clues and hints and stuff, and like like I was saying that Model A Cal had the 50 caliber hole, like he took to his airplane when he got shot down, It was in a 300-foot meadow. And if you went up on Google Earth, you look down at that meadow, and it's a D of the word wood that's cut out of the forest. The trees are gone where the letters would be, you know? The word wood in the forest. So the word wood is actually in the wood, but it isn't wood. It's just the word wood. It's the 300-foot meadows with the belly-high grass like in Vietnam. And there are those plants here with the big leaves like are in the page 99 drawing. And I got his ZPU gun that's in the page 99 drawing here and all that. But then you search this. I searched this area for a year, and there's got to be a new clue. Got to be a new clue. I found a new clue, and that was where his father's Principal Fenn sign was. He'd be sitting there watching the Principal Fenn sign near the door to the school. The school is a Spanish toy factory. These rock carvings are Spanish toy factory. So I went to the gate that they close in winter. That's the door to the Spanish toy factory is the gate. And I found more for the formations. That's where I found the Fenn riding on the dodo bird, fly fishing while he's flying on the back of a bird. That symbol's awesome. It just wow. And it's like that's not natural. They carved that in the rock. It's like that on purpose. There's a lot of rough stuff on it that's hard to tell what it is, but that is. And I was going to start making little rock mosaics and stuff, And so I saved rocks that I might use in a mosaic. And right there's an elephant head and trunk. You get it? The shape of the rock, It's my little elephant head. There's on the backside too. That I picked up while I was getting the RV ready to roll, and so yeah, I've gotten real good at using my eyes, trained my brain to be able to see the stuff a lot easier than a lot of other people. I mean, some people you got to start them out with follow the dot. You got to start them out with follow the dot. Yeah, it's just a bunch of dots. Oh no, draw the lines here, 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 here. Now do you see a shape? Oh, it's still just a bunch of dots. Do you see Mickey Mouse? No. It's like, okay, give up. You're not going to find the treasure. You got to recognize the shapes. And you watch that video where Dal and Cynthia are at Yellowstone, ABC one. And there's those rocks. There's the blaze, those rocks over there. How come she can have rocks for a blaze and I can't? What makes her rocks more credible than mine? Mine have the shapes of his stuff. Mine have all the foliage wherever you. Yeah, and I think he might have covered it in a mud cake. He made a mud pie with it. That's why you want to find the pie lady with them. Slip a nickel under her tombstone. So where her tombstone symbol is representation in rock or whatever. There'll be a mud pie there. And the treasure is, Billy Boy. You stick a thumb in the pie and pull out he put his thumb in a cherry pie. He put his thumb in a cherry pie and pulled out a plum or something. I don't know. What's a plum doing in a cherry pie? Plum pie, probably, yum. But if I made a plum pie, I'd have plum wine in it. I like plum wine. That's one wine I like. Asian plum wine. Are you having fun, Jack? See, that where I was camped the last time was over on that hill over there, and it's real close to the road, and so I had to keep him on a leash. But I'm 200-300 feet from the road here, so and that's about he I think he'll stay away from the road. He would chase after cars that come by when if you're too close to the road. So, and my last dog liked chasing cars, and that was his downfall. What are you doing, Jack? I don't know if I got my saw in here or not. I cut some wood and have fire up here. Beautiful up here. So, okay. I haven't thought about what I'm going to fix for dinner yet. But I gotta do that stuff. Get the RV up here. The car's all dusty. Towing behind the RV down a dirt road. So, my solar panels. Oh, they're in the shade. The sun's setting over there right behind them trees. I might need to. But if I see the sun's going to be start setting further and further that way. So if I moved it over here, because I wanted to get as much solar power as I can, but I got them coming up over there, so I've got it kind of in the middle of the opening here, so that I can. But these shadows, yeah, I got one shadow go, and it'll swing to the left or just swing that way, and then in a couple of days my RV will be back in the sunshine. Sun really moves a lot along the western horizon, setting when between June 30th, June 20th, and December 20th. It moves quite a bit. It's because the Earth wobble, but man, it goes a whole lot. Probably that Earth wobble probably help keep the polar caps free, because when it was less, I bet the caps had ice year round. So the wobble might have been some aliens did it to warm the Earth up and melt them caps. Maybe it was done by the aliens on purpose. Warm the Earth up. Who wants to live on a frozen planet? Okay, I'm done because I'm just rambling. I don't have nothing to. Do you think you have been within 200 feet? Yeah, I've been within 200 feet. The spot I'm going to go check, I've been within 200 feet of it. Except, you watch the video of Dale and Cynthia going through the meadow. They're not crisscrossing and checkerboarding that meadow looking, They're moving on a path and because you don't know and you can walk right past it and not know it's a place like that. Life is grand. I'm quite jealous of your fabulous adventures. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of drawbacks. I don't have hot water, running water. My water heater doesn't work. I even had to I disconnected the wires to it even because if I turn on my inverter shorts out because of the water heater. My generator doesn't work, Um, uh, this RV it needs redone. It needs overhaul. But what I want to do, I want to cover it with all my art, all the sides, like I got on the back, you know. I want to do all the sides with my art, and that'll make it look prettier anyhow. But I want to put like the this is a Clovis Queen, you know. So it's badass. Oh, I got a bunch of dust stuck to it. See, it's got more color. It's just covered in dust. I put that on there even. Yeah, I'm not a pro at it, but maybe from a distance, you don't have to be a pro. See, this is my car. Look how dirty that thing is. That's just from towing it behind the RV. This is 2.5 miles up a dusty dirt road. Somebody just went there and left a cloud of dust. Uh, yeah, the birds up in the trees. All right, I'm gonna go treasure hunting tomorrow. We'll talk to you later. Maybe I'll post a little video after my hunt, an update. Tell you if I find. Well, if I find it, I think I'm gonna. You won't see me for a little while. I'll be moving my RV to my land and taking off in my car with it to make arrangements or something. Talk to you later. Have a good day.